Hello and welcome. My name is Amethyst Star Willow. Welcome to the Treehouse. It's been a while. I'm going to try and get these readings out on Wednesday, every Wednesday, and I'm going to try to make them as short and sweet as I can. And with that said, the timestamps will be in the descriptions, and you will have a pick a pile, whatever pile you want. You have the first pile is group A is your amethyst, group B is your black tourmaline, and group C is your rose quartz. Okay, so with that said, let's put these aside so that we can start this reading. Okay. Alrighty then, if you have picked group A, then this is your reading. See what resonates with you. If not, maybe another group. Take what fits and what doesn't, move on. This is an amethyst, and it's in a little shard of amethyst. It's a rough stone, and amethyst is very good for any kind of overindulgence, any kind of overindulgence, whether it's food, drink, smoking, shopping, focusing too much on media, anything that, overworking, whatever it is. So it's any kind of overindulgence. It also, I have found personally that it brings me a lot of clarity. So when I'm not certain about things or whatever, I just sort of quiet myself, meditate, and hold on to a piece of amethyst, which was incidentally the very first, not this crystal, I have a cluster. There was the very first crystals that were actually gifted to me, and my mother, like 40 something years ago, gave me my first piece of amethyst. It's also it's a very protective stone. So it will protect you, your aura, yourself. So it's a good stone to kind of hang on to if you want to protect your vibration, your energies from outside, the barragement of outside influences that surround you, that may surround you. So there's your amethyst for group one. I have some cards for you, and we're going to begin your reading with your tarot, and we will set your some of your ¿cómo se llama? Your oracle cards there for later. And so group A, group one, the energies that are around you right now is sort of like the present that you're feeling. You're sort of going into and feeling this energy. There are aspects of this energy that you may find yourself in right now, and that's as a King of Pentacle energy. So it's either you, the situation around you. It could even be a mentor, someone you're working for, and by mentor I mean someone that you're inspired by, whether you know them or not. But I really feel like this is you planning your long-term goals. There's a sense of maturity here, as if you've walked through a portal, let's say, and all of a sudden you've woken up and you see things clearly, and you're not longer so swayed by things, but you're very grounded, very rooted. And that can help you to also have a more generous spirit. So it's not just about, generosity with resources, but it's also generosity with how you view things. You can step back very calmly, very grounded, very centered, and not get swayed by all the mishmash that's happening and all the other energies that may be around you. There is an energy coming in towards you too that is influencing this, and it's a great energy. It's an energy of abundance. It's the Ace of Pentacles. So this is an energy of wanting to, of allowing you to see ways to increase your resources, whatever resources are for you. In this case, I feel like this abundance is, it could be financial abundance too. It could be that you turn around and you look at all the abundance you've already created, and you sort of, you can be generous about that. You can help others with words or deeds or, some material resources. But you also have plenty enough, is what I'm trying to say. You're very grateful and should be, for everything that you have. And maybe some of you may not even realize this at this time, this energy that is really you, that you're really in, that you're entering, that you're really, kind of getting into this groundedness, this sense of strength and clarity and prosperity, of looking around at everything you've accomplished already and what you have in reserve, all this stuff that you have in reserve. I know times are tough for some of you and for many of us, but it's about when times are tough, a good leader, so this is leadership energy, for yourself, knows how to budget, knows how to repurpose. Okay, so maybe you have objects, you want to create something. Let's say that you want to create something and you have odd bits of things here and there, a couple of old wind chimes, or whatever it is that you want to repurpose, a computer, whatever it is, and you take bits of it, of this and that and the other, or a dress and bits of this, bits of that and the other, and see how you can make something new of it. So it's repurposing, the sense of knowing that you can, of being very careful, mindful, and very grateful and optimistic about what you have, and really seeing all the different things you have. And if you haven't, it's a good time to really get into that, because there's like an abundant energy coming for you that's going to influence you too, that's sweeping towards you. And it's a great opportunity for you to do something, or to take what you already have and make it last longer, enlarging it, you know. When you have a family of, let's say you have a family of 4 or 8 or whatever you have, and you only have, you know, a couple of eggs, but you know, you have a few vegetables, and maybe you have a little cheese or something. So how do you make this omelet grow? In other words, instead of, you going to just serve the 2 eggs, or are you going to put things in it that, you know, makes it this wonderful omelet, or scrambled with, you know, bits of meat or whatever you have? And that's what I'm saying about this king, this sense of knowing how to stretch your resources and how to repurpose things that you already have. Okay. Great abundance coming towards you. So as long as you do this, your abundance will continue to grow. So sometimes you have to tighten your belt a little bit, get on a little bit of a budget, say, okay, we're not going to go to the movies or whatever. We're not going to go do this. We're not going to, you know, but we're going to do something else instead. What do I have in my video library? Let's say that we can do movie night at home. You know, we can make our own popcorn instead of going out and getting popcorn, you know, things of this nature that you can do on your own. You know, and that's what a good leader does. This king, and it's the energy, it's not gender specific, that has this ability and this sense of groundedness and knowing that can keep the family, can keep the company, can keep the society together, you know, and however your environment, however it fits with you. Part of this is because what's the foundation is your commitment to self, your commitment to grow your worth, to grow your, I'm getting network for somebody, but to grow also your resources for the long term. Whenever we come into pentacles, pentacles are long term, but pentacles are grounded. And this king, this person, you have become a king, a leader, let's say, or becoming a leader, because of the fact that you are committed to making sure that your emotions stay grounded. Here you have the King of Cups as your foundation. What started this is your commitment to self, saying, I'm going to regulate myself. I'm going to put my needs in front of my wants. I'm going to observe. I'm going to, the King of Cups is all about regulating the emotions, knowing, not allowing themselves to get swayed or sideswiped by all these other coming emotions. They know that when emotions are high, intelligence is low. And so that is the time to sort of step back, breathe, and observe. Don't absorb, observe. And that's how you become the King of Cups. And it's because of your commitment to that, to becoming the better parts of yourself, to becoming wiser and not being so easily led, that you are able to manifest this. No matter what the outside world or whatever is happening out there, you're true, you're grounded, you're strong, and you're looking for solutions within your sphere, your environment, yourself, your company, your family, whatever. Okay. There were a lot of things in the past. Your past energies there were a lot of challenges. You have the 7 of Wands here as your past energy. There were so many challenges, so many tests, and you're victorious. Your next card, Spirit wants you to know what's crowning you is a victory, recognition. You have the 6 of Wands. So from these tests, from all these things that you went through, these challenges and stuff, you were able to move forward. And the universe, and this is pretty much behind you. There may still be some challenges, but you, in Group A, this particular reading for you, you're very grounded, you're very aware, and you're in a good place. And you're in a good place of able to see what the future will bring for you. Irregardless of what it's doing for everybody else, you're building your own nest. You're being resourceful. You are repurposing and maybe thinking outside of the box. And if you can't feather your nest with this kind of feather or that kind of grass or whatever, hay, whatever it's called, you will find something, an alternative, because you are meticulous, you're grounded, and you have this sense of knowing, this calmness. And when you get calm and you're grounded and your emotions are in balance, you see clearer. You're able to get through the challenges and be victorious. And this is the crowning card for you right now, is the Six of Wands, is the recognition for jobs well done. And even if no one else recognizes it, you see it. You see your accomplishments. You see victory. Six of Wands is a victory card. It's the traditional victory card of the tarot. So because of this, you are victorious, and the universe wants you to recognize these victories that you've had, these milestones, these challenges that you have overcome. For your future, what's coming into is a lot of support, a lot of emotional support. And this could be you, your emotions supporting you because you are so grounded, you feel good. A lot of this too is about accepting the love that those that you are in charge of are giving you, and the support that they give you, that they bring, and also support for yourself. This sense of loving yourself, and I don't mean in a crazy egotistical way. I mean as far as recognizing who you are, the power within you, the power around you, that you can command your own life. You are, what is it? You are the master of your own ship. A lot of this has to do also working on dreams of the past, maybe getting together with people from the past. And remember when I said repurposing? So maybe people that from the past that are going to come into your life, trying to share and support you in your endeavors, and also because you're generous, vice versa, and that could simply be just advice with each other, sitting down in a group, talking, working things out for the betterment of all in your group, and whether it's your company, whether it's your family, whether it's your household of just you and your pets, whatever, noticing. And also dreams that may have been in the past that you've had that maybe, now are sort of coming back, or projects that you had sort of put on the side and you're coming back towards. Your outcome for you, that is, I have two cards for you for your outcome. One of them is victory. Again, you have two victory cards, right? You have the Six of Wands, which was victory, and you also have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords isn't just about victory, it's about clarity, and it's about opportunity. So, and it's about also your vision as the King of Pentacles. Remember, it's the energy, not gender specific, to research, to read, to be able to look at things like, again, that your resources, your repurposing, seeing the best way to bring things together, all right, for the betterment. So I do see this victory, this opportunity, and this clarity coming, separating the wheat from the chaff, the truth from the false, being very, very clear and honest with self is of the paramount, is of the utmost importance. The other card that we had was a Knight of Swords, who is very impetuous, egotistical, argumentative, and dramatic. In reverse. So the drama for you, my dears, is coming to an end because you had the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you're no longer charging through aimlessly, causing drama or being caught up in drama. That is dropping away from you because of this clarity that you are gaining, this groundedness, this sense of groundedness. Okay, so we have a couple of cards for you. And you have move beyond intention to belief. So for some of you who don't believe it, this recognition, remember I said this recognition is also about you recognizing your own worth, your own talents, your own ability to move forward, and the energies that are coming for you, which are also the energy of abundance. Okay, so move beyond intention to belief for you. We also have, what does your soul say? And a lot of that has to do with this future energy of the Six of Cups. So what does your soul say? What will support you? What would support that inner you? And those around you that, are closest to you, that you love, that you care for, what will support? And if only you have pets, well, what would support them? What do they need? But a lot of this is you and your childhood, your inner child too. What does your soul say? So listen to your soul with clarity, with honesty, with groundedness, and with this genuine sense of commitment to self that you've had that propelled you forward to begin with. Excuse me. And keep moving forward with that. The other thing we got were a couple of more little things. We got miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Absolutely. We started this reading by saying, look at what you have as the King of Pentacles. This is your energy, abundant, resourceful, looking at what you've already accomplished, recognition of that, and recognizing the miracles, the opportunities, and the abundance that's coming to you because of your mindset, because of your patience, because of the long-term goal, your long-term planning of resourcefulness, of tightening your belt here, repurposing there, looking outside of the box to making, like I said, when you have 2 eggs, and how are you going to feed four people with 2 eggs? Well, start making an omelet. Kale, spinach, tomatoes, whatever you have, little bits of potatoes, leftovers from last night's dinner. If you have a few potatoes, a little bit of beef, add a little cheese, whatever, get creative, okay? And then you have 2 angel cards. The first one is Goddess. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Okay, a lot of this I feel like goes back to that 6 of Cups energy. What does your soul say? And this is an energy, this goddess energy is the feminine. We all have masculine and feminine within us, meaning our, as Jung would say, we all have the yin, the yang, right? The yin is the female, the yang is the male. We all have the intuitive female, and we all have the action-oriented male. So this is asking, the goddess is supporting your intuitive energy right now. Get in tune with your intuition. Stay very grounded. Like I said before, when you are grounded, you hear the voice of the universe whispering through your soul, and then you know which way to go. Okay. Remember, when emotions are high, intelligence is low, and your intuition is cut off because you cannot access it when you're chaotic. When you have that monkey mind running at 150,000 miles an hour, you do not see what is obvious to someone who is calm. So get calm, get grounded. I know you can. I know you are, many of you, as this King of Pentacles energy. You have crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Exactly. Again, we have these 2 cards, the 6 of Cups for your future energy. So this has a lot to do with this energy that you're going to be moving into, future energy. And what does your soul say? All right, my loves, that is what I have for you, Group A. And check again. I'm going to try and do these every Wednesday. And until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow from the Treehouse. I love you all. All righty then. I'm trying to keep my kitty from coming here. He's like looking like, oh, what can I get into, Mom? All right, so Group B. If this is your reading, kitty, no. If you have chosen Group B, you have chosen the chunk of black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a beautiful stone. It's a very grounding stone. It's a very protective stone. So some of you may need to protect yourself, your environment, your home, your aura, your thoughts. It's a protective stone. So you want to create that protective barrier around you. It's also about boundaries. It's a stone of boundaries. So you keep out what you don't want to be influenced by. You have people in your life or too much media or whatever it is that's pushing. It could be your environment, it could be work, it could be whatever. And just sort of like protect yourself, your aura, your sensitivity, carrying a little piece of black tourmaline. It doesn't even have to be this big. A little pendant, an earring, a ring, whatever it is, the black tourmaline is very good for that. So group B, let us begin with your reading. Let's get your cards out. I'm going to put your como se llama, your oracles on the side there so we can look at what is going on. Okay. And the first card you have is Temperance, which is all about harmony. The situation that you're feeling right now, the present energies that are around you, where you may find yourself, or what is being called for you that is necessary, is the sense of temperance, the sense of not too much one way or too much another way, not too left, not too right, finding harmony in the middle. Okay. And that this isn't about, you take it as it resonates, whether it's family or business or whatever it is, whether it's about overthinking something or not thinking about it, not paying any attention, finding harmony in the middle. Moderation is key. That is, one of the oldest sayings is moderation is key. This person, has 1 foot in water and 1 foot in land, meaning that they are balanced between their emotions and this sense of groundedness. There's a harmony, and that harmony brings a temperance to where not to overdo too much one way or another, not to overindulge or underindulge, not to eat too much or eat too little, not to rest too much or rest too little, not to exercise too much or not exercise. It's a moderate point of view, which is very necessary, which is the energy you're coming into, a very necessary energy right now for you to pay attention to that moderation. And many of you have already accomplish that. You're feeling this need for moderation, this need for stability in your life, this need from synthesizing from this cup to that cup and pouring it back and forth in an alchemical way to get the very best of both. Okay. The thing that is influencing one of the cards, energies that is influencing this need for temperance right now is this 10 of Swords. Something is over and can no longer be done. There's a cycle that has come to an end. Sometimes with this 10 of Swords, a lot of the thoughts that you had were like, boom, killed, or way of thinking was killed. Some of you may feel that you were betrayed. All the more reason to get grounded and be tempered, be very, very calm and very centered so that you don't get swayed into the emotionality, which is going to totally knock you off kilter and knock away your plans for manifesting whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Okay. So there is an ending to a way, to a cycle in your life and a way of doing things. And what is coming, you're being asked is to find harmony, to be centered, to find a tempered way of being things. In other words, you don't want to cook it on low, your soup on low when you have this big pot of soup and you're just, it's just first starting it and everything is cold, the veggies are cold, everything, potatoes, carrots, everything, and you don't want to cook it on high when you're going to scorch and burn it. You want to cook it on medium and let it simmer, and then you might have to temper it down a little more. But if you don't start in the middle, if you're not grounded, you won't know which way to go. Like I said, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. So be aware of that, because with the 10 of Swords, as the energy that is sort of sweeping around you, there could be grief. There could be resentment. There could be this sense of feeling betrayed by others, and you may have. There could have been you betraying yourself by getting too emotional and caught up in things that you didn't want to get caught up into. So, harmony is key. A new cycle is coming whether we want it or not. This is what it's saying for you to group B. But also know that with the end of one cycle, a brand new one begins. Begin it with harmony so that you can see clearly. Okay. What is at the bottom of this foundation that started a lot of this was the moon. There was a lot of illusion. There was a lot of, the moon is not just about illusions, but the moon is about secrets. You know, we don't see everything. When we're walking in the moonlight, even on a full moon, it's hard to see everything, every detail. Shadows play tricks with us, you know. Things aren't always as they seem. And so we have to get clear and get intuitive and really listen to the voice of the soul that we can see clearer. You have also this crab coming out. It's like your subconscious rising. It's trying to tell you, you know, things that are coming to you. There's a lot of influence on both ways, a lot of shadows, a lot of things happening, but you have to be yin and yang. That yin and yang part of you, the male and female, the intuitive side is the female, the action oriented is the male. We want harmony. You're seeking harmony between, in order to see clearly, to be grounded. And this was at the foundation that you couldn't see. You didn't know what was coming. And that may have caused the Ten of Swords moment too, okay, as far as that is concerned. What you have gone through and what you're leaving behind. Interesting that we have boundaries here with the devil, and the boundaries here is what was needed. The devil is all about, and this is your past energy, the devil is all about obsession. The devil, obsessions, it's about overindulgence, and whether that's overindulgence of anything. It could be anything. It could be the way you think. It could be the way you feel, letting your feelings get the best of you, being overly analytical about something. It could be, you know, your obsession with media. It could be your obsession with being a workaholic and not having this balance between work and play. It could be an obsession about not working at all. I'm gonna go on strike, you know, whatever. Things that are detrimental to you is the devil. And this is something that you have done to yourself. Look, you have this person is hanging on to this rope that is drawing them further into the chaos. Okay, that was the past. You got so drawn into this whirlwind of chaos. And wisdom kind of got locked away. Now, the owl is the wisdom. It's representing wisdom. The cage, it's caged. And even though the door of the cage is open, the wise owl thinks it has no escape. It is so what can I say, influenced and caught up in the drama and the chaos that it cannot think straight. When emotions are high, intelligence is low. That is one of the oldest sayings, and it's a saying for a reason. When we are so overly emotional about anything, I don't care what it is, we cannot see clearly. We cannot get in touch with our inner self. We cannot get in touch with spirit, our highest self, our guardian angel, the divine, whatever you want to call it, and we cannot find harmony. We are swept away, we feel helpless, and we don't see a way out. Thank God that cycle is over. That cycle is over. And that's what you're saying. It's a completion of that. That's over. And there is a need for boundaries. Again, black tourmaline is very helpful to guard you against all this mishmash of emotional chaos, okay? But get grounded with yourself. One of the things, oh my God, this is your crown card. This is the crowning card, and it's requiring patience. This is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, this is the card of the Spirit. Excuse me, one moment. And this is the card of Spirit's message to you. It's saying, look, be patient. As the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles looks out upon this field filled with potential. And the Knight of Pentacles has seeds, carries these seeds in the pentacle. The pentacle is a seed. And the Knight of Pentacles must be calm and must be diligent, must be wise, calm and wise. And when I mean diligent, diligent in their calmness, in their groundedness, that they may see the higher potential, the greatest yield for those seeds that they are planting. So those seeds could be your resources, it could be money, it could be your health, it could be anything in the material world. And so the universe is saying, patience, my dear, be patient a little more. Be harmonious, temper yourself. I know you want that shiny new vehicle, or that, that new book, or that new stove, or that new this, or that new program, or, whatever it is, or that new way of doing the job, or whatever it is. Be tempered, be harmonious, be grounded, be patient, and be observant, so that you can observe what is happening, and you know where to put your pennies. I'm getting, for some of you out there, investments. It's really weird. I know nothing about investments myself, whatever. It's not something I've ever played with. But for whoever that is, be wise with your investments and be patient. Be patient with your investments. Remember, they come up, they go down, they come up, they go down, they come up, they go down. Long term is what the Knight of Pentacles is all about. In fact, that's what all the Pentacles are about, is long-term vision. It's having the patience to allow the project or whatever it is to manifest, and not giving up, not cutting it off, not throwing it away. Okay, but being patient and continue to show up, be vigilant, be harmonious, be tempered, be grounded, so you could see what fields are the most likely and most profitable for you. And profit isn't just about money. Profit is about growing those resources, whether it's food to feed your family or your pets or whatever it is. This is so important. Farming is very important. You have to be patient. Okay, and I'm getting farming for somebody else, so take it as it resonates. Your future energies is asking you to be mature. It's maturity. It's the emperor. The emperor builds. I don't care if you're male or female, it's the energy. So because of this harmony, because of this temperance, you are able to build a strong foundation. Because of your patience, you are able to lay the groundwork for something truly wonderful, something substantial, something strong, something that will benefit you and those around you. Okay, and so that's your future. For your end card, your outcome, you have forgiveness, you have judgment, and a lot of this is about forgiving yourself. What happened here, I feel like there was a betrayal, maybe even a betrayal of self, and then coming here with the devil in the past. You got caught up in the chaos. You weren't wise enough. You didn't see it, which is why now many of you have taken a step back and are breathing and trying to find that harmony. She's seeing herself here in the water, and she is forgiving her past self for the mistakes she made. We are, none of us ever on this planet exempt from mistakes. We all make them. This is how we learn. We learn by falling down and figuring out how to get back up. We don't stay down. I mean, you could, but then that kind of, you came to Earth for an adventure after all. We are all here for a reason, and we are all here experiencing this 3D world, this life, because of different lessons that we need to learn or to teach others by our examples, not by ramming it down their throat, but by being the best version of you, by seeing that, yes, I made a mistake, but I can get back up. I forgive myself for those mistakes. I can forgive others for those mistakes. And I come back up, refreshed, renewed, revitalized. I am temperance. I am harmony. I am wiser. I am no longer bound by the chaos and lack of wisdom. I am accepting my wisdom. I am letting it rise. I am letting it fly. It is part of me, and I claim it. I claim my power back. I call it back from all the places where I gave it away. I ground and center myself, that I know the truth about me, about the world, about life as it affects me. I am not in control of the world. I am not in control of life, but I am in control of me. And therefore, what can I do to optimize myself and my resources? How can I be patient? How can I grow those acorns or whatever it is, that I've planted or that I want to plant with whatever I have? How can I make those 2 eggs into an omelet that will feed 4 or 5? Okay. So that is what I have. Oh, no, that is not what I have for you. That is your tarot. Let's get into your oracle cards, Group B. So for your oracle cards, yeah, the first one is unstick the stuck. Okay, so if you felt stuck, if you feel like, okay, this cycle is ended now and things didn't pan out the way I wanted and I feel stuck, unstick yourself. Find yourself to be grounded. Look how this is falling. Okay, so you have the moon underneath. The moon was illusions, uncertainty, you don't know. You're not seeing things as they really are. There's a lot of hidden factors, right? There's a lot of hidden, but you're being called, your subconscious is trying to get your attention to go with your intuition, which is asking you for harmony, to ground yourself, to take the middle path so that in calmness, in clarity, and with patience, you can grow resources anew, okay? So unstick the stuck. You have nourished the sacred feminine within you. So nourish that yin within you, that intuition, that younger self, that innocent part of you. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made so that you can let go of that. And that's a burden that you're carrying. And it's like going uphill, right? Going up a mountain carrying like a bunch of bags. Let go of that burden, acknowledge it, because you don't want to repeat that cycle. A new cycle is coming. You don't want to repeat the old cycle and make the same old mistakes. You want to move past that. So acknowledge and nourish the sacred feminine within you, the yin, your inner self, your inner voice, your intuition, your connection with the divine that feeds you and nourishes you. You have bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. And the decision, your judgment. Be clear in your judgment. Be harmonious. Be grounded. Be brave, be patient, and be forgiving so that you can make the right decisions. You can unstick yourself and allow that the opportunities, to be able to see the opportunities that are going to help you grow a better future and manifest what you're trying to bring forward. You have vacuum away fear. Oh my goodness, bravery, fear, temperance, let go. The devil is an obsession with, it also could be an obsession with fear, listening to our monkey mind and listening to all the drama, on the news or whatever, or neighbor or opinions or whoever, family. It's your own console is what you need. Get in touch with yourself too. Be brave. Vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. Funny, because Saint Michael is the guardian that sweeps away any negativity. He's the archangel that, put the devil in place, as they say. And the devil is, all those negative thoughts, the monkey mind, the wrong, the errors of judgment, all the mistakes. Black tourmaline, very powerful and protective stone. Carry one in your pocket, hold on to one, meditate with it, and call on Michael and Raphael. Raphael is the angel of healing. He also has this sword of light that he carves that path before you to push away, to separate the truth from the false so that you may be see clearly and be harmonious. And you also have the heart chakra. Oh yes, very much here. Nourish the sacred, with your judgment, with forgiveness. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. So be tempered. Know of this anger, know of this resentment. Even if you have been betrayed, it doesn't mean that you put yourself out there and trust again. Because if you feel betrayed, you need to get clear on why you felt that way. Was it truly the other person? Did you do something that maybe, you weren't clear enough, you weren't honest enough with self or others? So, or were they not with you? So, forgiveness, like I said, whether you're forgiving yourself, and I feel like it's probably both yourself and others, you can't carry that heavy burden of resentment and anger and fear with you. You will not be able to manifest what you want. So let go of it and move forward. All right, my loves, that is what I have for group 2. And take what resonates as always. If it doesn't, then move on. I'm going to do group 3 in just a second. I will be back every Wednesday. It is my intention to come back every Wednesday. There were a lot of things in my life I needed to put in order. There's been a lot of deaths in my family in the last several years that were just very impactful. And then a few months ago, I had someone very, my partner fell through the roof, actually through the ceiling, and you had to have surgery, this and that. So it's been a little complicated. Plus, I've been doing things. Not that that's an excuse. I just needed some time to take care of others and take care of things. But I do plan on being here every Wednesday now, making it short and sweet, because I feel like we all need a little bit of short and sweet. I know I do. So, I mean, anyway, so attempting that. All right, so we will begin with group 3. If you have chosen group 3, then this is your little stone. You have a beautiful rose quartz crystal, one of my favorite crystals. Rose quartz, a lot of people just don't think much. It's kind of pale, it's kind of whatever. You know what? It has it's a very gentle feeling. So if you're not really sensitive, you may not even feel the healing that it can bring. Rose quartz is a stone of love. It is a stone of gentle healing for self and for others. So it's love, it's to attract love, it's to love yourself, it's to be the best version of you as you work through whatever issues, mind, body, or soul issues that may be bothering you, breakups from the past, things that didn't go right, whatever. Holding on to rose quartz, it's a very gentle way to find peace and to allow your heart and those places that were broken and shattered within you to begin to mend. Okay, it's a beautiful stone, and I just love it. And it's as I said, it has very, very gentle healing properties. Excuse me. And so with that said, we're going to begin group 3. I'm going to put your what do you call these? Your oracle cards on the side. We'll get to those in just a minute. But let's begin your reading. All right, group 3. We start off with the energies at present that you're feeling is you're processing a lot. You have the 4 of Cups. And so the 4 of Cups is about rethinking of meditation. Let me have a little sip of my coffee, please. And the 4 of Cups too can be, you've gone through a lot of things. Maybe you've gone through a lot of things. When we go through a lot of things and we're uncertain, and there's a lot to process, and sometimes we get closure, often we don't. It's one of the hardest things that I have to learn is that we don't always get closure, and we have to be okay with that. We do the best we can. We get as much, information or understanding as we can, and then we have to have trust and faith and move forward. Doing the best that we can, showing up for ourselves, showing up with others with grace and dignity and honesty and integrity. And so 4 of Cups can be processing that information. But as I was saying, when we go through a lot of things, a lot of times we disconnect. We disassociate is the psychological term, where nothing really appeals to us. We're almost like walking in between being awake and asleep. Nothing really fulfills us. We're in a sort of funk, okay? In a sort of funk. We could be a bit depressed, and or complacent. We're just like, what the heck? What's the point? Or being complacent, or not acting on something because we don't believe that we can make it happen. Could be on many things, so take it as it resonates. It could be beyond that. There's obviously other things that it could be. You could just be bored, and we all get bored, especially if we're in situations or dealing with projects, let's say, that are very long-term. A project that could take a couple of years to manifest, that we have to keep showing up for, and we could get a little bit like, I want to do something else. And so, maybe you take a break for a month or so and do something else. Splash paint, I don't have to be so meticulous in my illustrations. I can just go and do craft. I'll do some crafting and I'll throw paint, or whatever it is. Go bake a cake, play in my garden, whatever. Um, Getting back to this, there's a lot that you are processing. A lot of things has happened. There's been a lot of change for many of you in group 3, for many of us, but especially for group 3. You haven't come out the other end yet. There is a healing process that you're going through. There is a lot of emotional, mental, and physical and economical things that you're trying to process in your life. How does this affect me? How does that affect me? And what you're feeling, the also what is coming towards you is a need to rest. So it doesn't surprise me that the 4 of Cups is here telling you to process, and you're sort of, what is that word that I'm looking for? There's a word. I see the picture in my head of what it's doing. I'm trying to get the word out, and I see things visual, so it's difficult for me to translate them to words, but it's when you are complacent or you don't care, or you kind of have the, huh, whatever. The universe is saying, hey, nudging you, and you're like, huh. Right now, the universe is saying, it's okay. You need your rest. Take time to process. Take time to rest. Take time to pray for clarity. Take time to regain your faith. Take a moment, okay? What is what it's saying right now for you, group 3. What has the reason for this, the foundation for this, it took a great strength. You went through things that took a great amount of strength for you, for many of you, to be calm, to be gentle, and by gentle I mean so that you're not aggressive, you don't allow the anger within to manifest and just vomit all over everything, and getting nothing accomplished. You had to really try to hold yourself in and show up for everything that was needed, maybe even more than you thought you were capable of handling. But the only one that could handle it was you. There was no real outside support, or if there was, even though there might have been outside support, it wasn't enough to keep you going. So no wonder, I mean, you had to keep showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up, putting on that brave face, being wise, making the best decisions that you could. So of course, no wonder that you're tired. No wonder that you need to meditate, to step back, to rest, to take a break, to pray. I see some of you in a church praying. I myself never go to church. I am a spiritual person. I I do not feel that God could be, or the universe could, the Tao can be explained. It's something that we experience, and it's something that I'm very devoted to and have been all my life. I have read a lot about many, many, many religions. I was born and raised a Catholic, but I just, and to me, God, spirit is in the gentleness of Jesus, Kuai Yin, whoever, this incredible energy of love is at the core of my being. Um, and so I feel like, whether for some of you, again, I got the church, for some of you to either go to church or you sit outside in your garden, go for a walk, lay down, meditate. One of the things that I like to do too is I like to listen to a lot of healing music, whether I am, laying down before I sleep, or when I'm working, when I'm writing, or when I'm sketching, or whatever. So that might be something for some of you as well to do. And the reason for this too is because, remember when I said that it took all your strength? Your past energy is the 8 of Wands. So there was so much momentum. There was so much coming at you. There was so much being thrown at you that it was just really hard to process all of this, which is why you're taking your time now to heal and process and take a little bit of a break and center yourself, ground yourself, kind of recuperate, because things came at you from all angles at such a fast and unexpected pace. Things you didn't even see coming, just one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, and it just took all your inner strength to deal with all of this. So cut yourself some slack. You've been doing great. What the universe wants you to know right now is to love yourself. This is your crowning card. This is the spirit card. This is what the universe wants you to accept love, to love yourself, to accept love and help from others. You know, a lot of times this Four of Cups traditionally it's a person sitting down and there's three cups in front of them and they're just kind of like blah, and there's another cup being held, love and compassion and assistance from the universe, an opportunity from the universe, but that person doesn't see it, doesn't want to see it because they're just in such a state. And that's what this is about. However, the universe wants you to accept that cup of love, that cup of help, that cup of joy and happiness, that cup of intuition and of others' love for you and of you love for yourself. You've accomplished a great deal. Take your time now, relax. It doesn't mean that we're going to be in this, that you relax and, for the next, year or two, but take the necessary time to finish processing and relax and pray for clarity, grounding, and healing of yourself because you've been healing others. It's time to do a little bit of healing and relaxation for yourself. Personally, myself, I went through many periods of that in the last several years and just came out of a very incredible period that lasted, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. And then I found myself that, okay, slow down a little bit and now getting back into the things that nourish me, getting back into the art that nourishes me. I have time now for myself because I was giving so much to everybody else and they needed it. It's not like they didn't need it. So I answered the call, but now I needed time for me. So kind of pulled back as they got better and started working on healing me, meditating more for myself to keep myself grounded. And like I said, doing more the writing and the art that I enjoyed. Actually, I went through a period where for over a month, I couldn't even do my, detailed illustrations. I just did crafting and painting. That was part of my recovering process, was just splashing paint, repurposing old wind chimes and crystals and this and that, and making all different kinds of works of art and stuff that, hanging up in my garden and through my windows and in my home and gifting others. And it was just something that I needed, that was just a let go, and that's an example. I don't know how it applies to you. You have to figure that out. But take that time and accept the love that is given. Don't shut out the world. Accept the love. Don't get bitter because of everything that happened. Just breathe and ask Saint Raphael to help you heal. What you have for your future card coming is connection. Funny, funny, funny connection. It's all about the people in your life that love you. And don't let go of those connections, And I know it's hard because I, for one, am an introvert. And when I go through some really hard times, instead of reaching out to people and saying, look, I need your help, I withdraw. I just withdraw. No Facebook, no Tumblr, no nothing, no anything. I just completely withdraw. I'm a crab, I'm a Cancer, and I guess I just go into my shell. So what this is saying for you all that, are going through this is to accept the love. This is a new opportunity God's giving you, the universe is giving you, and to accept those connections of people in your life that have been there for you, that love you from the past. It could be siblings, it could be family, it could be friends that you've had for a very long time. And also this is about dreams and inspirations, things that inspired you. What did you, maybe you have dreams as a child of certain things, and maybe you've put them on the side, and maybe now it's time to bring some of those back and just start tinkering with them as you continue to heal. See where they go, and don't expect a whole lot. When I went through this period, I think it was like a month ago, it was actually a month ago, of finally coming out of all this that was happening, I just sort of stepped back and started throwing paint, literally. It didn't matter what it was going to come out. I didn't care. Some of it was mistakes. I was like, okay, let's repurpose this yet again because it did not come out too good. But it felt so good just doing it and then doing more and just, and I created some very lovely, beautiful pieces too that were amazing. But for all like the 15 different pieces that I created, I had like 3 that were just, and I had hopes, but they didn't come out. But that's okay because that's life. It's okay. Get back up. Take a breath. Take a rest. Allow yourself to be pampered a little by others. It's your turn now. Doesn't mean just sit on your butt, but it means allow yourself to heal and allow others to come and help you heal, to give you love, to bake you cookies. If they come over knocking on the door, here's some cookies. Don't pretend like you're not home. Don't send them away. Be gracious. Allow. Be cool. All right. This is your ¿cómo se llama? Your outcome card is clarity and truth. You have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords cuts away the truth from the false because so much happened. You need time to rest, to pray, to clear yourself, to allow others to help you heal so that you can see the truth. And the truth is that you're marvelous, you're wonderful, you've done an amazing job. Maybe you feel like you could have done better. Maybe those little mistakes here or there that things didn't work out, exactly as you wanted, bring you down. Don't let them keep you down. Nobody comes to this planet. Nobody is ever born that hasn't faced some sort of challenge. And we are living in a time that is filled with many challenges. So we have to get clear. We have to heal. We have to be ready and love ourselves and accept the love of the universe so that we can be strong and move forward and continue to do the work that we were put to do, whatever that is. We don't know. But get clear, know the truth, be honest with yourself, and don't beat yourself up, and allow others in. You have cut the cords of doubt. Oh my goodness. So for some of you, here's a sword, cut the cord of doubts. For some of you that doubt that you may not be able to manifest or heal or fix the things, or when is it going to be your turn? Cut those cords of doubt. Cut them off because the universe loves you. This is your crowning card, the card of love, the card, the Ace of Cups, the opportunity, the hand of God coming forth, giving you love and insight and healing. Okay, the healing waters of love. Okay, so cut the cord of doubt with truth. You, the muse. So funny that I didn't even realize, but I was talking about the different ways that I create after this upheaval that I had, and the necessary thing. A journal would be good. A box of crayons would be good. Some seeds in your garden, maybe plant some, bulbs, tulips, whatever. Let your garden grow. Play with the muse. Poetry, maybe write some poetry, do things like that. And if you're really inhibited, if you really feel shut out little by little, allow yourself to accept the love around you. Maybe join a poetry club. Get out, listen to a poetry club. You don't even have to join. You can listen. Once a month, go to a poetry reading or something that inspires you. Whatever it is that inspires you, find your muse, because you are the muse. And don't be like in the traditional Four of Cups, where the person is like not listening to the gifts, the actual cup that the universe is handing of love and passion and creativity and healing. Allow that to come to you. Allow that to come to you. Journal, write. I don't care if it's a short story, if it's a little comic, whatever it is, doodle, whatever it is. But it's important for you to create, especially when you're healing, because creating helps the healing process, helps you with the healing process, so that you can heal. You have, the next card is change. You are being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true heart. And I feel that, because I feel like, you've been through so much, you've had to hold on to so much, but now it's like there's a thaw. I could see the thawing as you continue to process, or begin to allow yourself the time to process and heal and take a break. You don't have to, delegate some responsibility. You don't have to, it doesn't all have to be on your shoulders anymore. Accept the love and the help of others. Okay? This is what the universe is saying, group 3. Interesting. We were just talking about the muse, be the muse. It says books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. And this could be anything from journaling, from reading inspirational books. So it has to do with books. It could be from you creating a book, maybe a book of poetry, a book of short stories. Maybe it's just, journaling how you feel, about things, to get them out of your chest and out there, to release it, to let go, to forgive it, to understand it. But books are definitely very much a part of your healing. This is from your angel, which is let me see what's the name of this deck, because I have a lot of angel decks. This is from the Angel Therapy. So this involves books. And the other one you have is, oh my God, Angel Raphael. He's the healer. He's the archangel that heals. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. So yes, oh my gosh, I didn't even know we had this. Angel Raphael is definitely the one that goes before you, and he's clearing the way, and he's healing your heart with that beautiful energy. Allow your heart to heal, because the universe is definitely wants that for you now. You've been helping so many. It's time for you, okay? And time for you to accept the love and help from others, and to nourish yourself with books, with writing, with journaling, whatever it is, whatever your muse, be the muse. You are the muse. So whether it's your garden, it's a garden journal. Whether it's, going outside and, doodling. I spent, what was it, a few days ago, I went out, we had a nice day where it wasn't raining and it wasn't super cold. And I just sketched a stupid little sketch of, it was like not three, I think I was out there for about 18 minutes, 15, 18 minutes. And I was just sketching, the flowers that I was growing, the bulbs that were coming up, the different little buds and everything that was starting to thaw and come out. And it was just for me. It was just something I did for me. So you could do that. You could do whatever you want. Just take time out for you, and heal and love yourself. All right, group 3, that's what I have for you. I will be back. I'm trying to come back now every Wednesday with, try to make it as short and sweet as we can. And I love you guys. Please take time out. And until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow from the Treehouse. Bless you all.